How do I start? Do I start with like my top artists or my top songs?
Whatever you want to start with, dog.
We have Yoshimasa Teru, who is a Japanese composer. He worked on a lot of the music for Jujutsu Kaisen, specifically the Hidden Inventory arc.
My top artist was A Day to Remember. They were my top artist for every single month, and they have been for the past 12 years.
My top artists this year were the Black Crowes, funny enough. They had a new album that came out, and I listened to it a lot this year, so a lot of fun.
My Spotify Wrapped, it was actually very interesting. It was kind of a throwback. I 2,379 minutes listened in total, if you look at the phone here. And if you see, I have some like kind of older ones. I got Paramore. Still Into You is one of my favorite songs. That was my #1 song, believe it or not.
My Spotify Wrapped was an even spread of house music, jazz, and Sublime. So, you know, kind of a weird salad, but it mixed together well.
My top artists were not necessarily what I expected. Usually Harry Styles is my #1, and he didn't even make the top 5 this year. It's Taylor Swift, Chappell Roan, Sabrina Carpenter, Zach Bryan, and Gracie Abrams. The Zach Bryan one shocked me a little bit because I really only listened to him in March.
My top 5 songs were all very sad songs. I had The Grudge by Olivia Rodrigo, a slow down sad song of I Want to Dance with Somebody, and then also the Wicked soundtrack, which is probably because I fall asleep listening to the Wicked soundtrack.
My top artist is Taylor Swift, and that's because of the new album she put out, The Tortured Poets Department, which I highly suggest listening to. It's very emotional and very storytelling aspect. And my top song is Loving and Losing by Delaney Bailey, who is kind of small, but she's really good at writing emotional songs about love.
I fully enjoyed my Spotify Wrapped. I'm very much a pop princess, so I got my Taylor, my Sabrina, Gracie, which I actually just saw Gracie and Taylor in concert, so that makes sense why they're up there very high.
So I'm not a big fan of my Spotify Wrapped this year because I really don't think that my #1 song is the song that I listen to the most this year. It's Buddy Holly by Weezer, and I really don't think that I listen to it that much.
My top artist was Chappell Roan, which was absolutely no surprise to me. There were like 5 of her songs on my top 15, with Good Luck Babe being my most listened to song.
My Spotify Wrapped was #1 The Weeknd. Very proud of that. I love my guy Abel. A lot of rap, Drake, The Weeknd, A Boogie, Travis Scott.
My top artist was Lizzie McAlpine, and I started getting into her this year, and so I listened to a lot of Lizzie McAlpine. I was in the top 0.5% of listeners for her, so yeah.
So my top artist for Spotify Wrapped was Bruno Mars, with my top song being Die With A Smile. I am a huge Bruno Mars fan. I think he releases songs that just become timeless and that you just want to keep listening to.
But my top artists I do feel are accurate. 8-Bit Big Band, Sega Sound Team are on there, so a lot of video game soundtracks, which I listen to a lot when I'm doing like assignments and stuff. And then Joey Valence and Bray are also one of my favorite artists from this year.
Sweet, thanks.